Good morning, everybody. This is time for Curriculum Corner number 6. So we're doing a series right now on projects, and we're looking at project-based IEP goals. And the goal of this is to use engaging projects to aid our students in their IEP goal progress. So each year, you know, your students have goals. We set objectives in order to hit those goals. And in this time of COVID-19 and distance learning, and we can move to a project-based environment. And I think that's a way to be engaging. It is also a way to help our students to be able to learn in their homes using things that are located within their vicinity to be able to help them to build projects, to help them move forward and help them meet their IEP goals. So this is what we see on every IEP, this statement in Welligen. Progress on annual goals to be reported to parents by completing the IEP report of progress and achievement form. Current IEP forms, which will be provided at either progress reports or report card periods. And then the next thing we will see is this statement, methods of evaluation. And it gives you 9 choices. So out of those 9 choices, I want to look at these 2, portfolio and other. This is where we have the opportunity to create projects for our students that are very engaging and will help them continue to move forward. And today I want to look at math goals. So we're going to look at math goals. Every student has present level of performance. They have a reading goal, they have a writing goal, they have a math goal, they have vocational goals, behavioral goals. We're going to look at math today. And I'm going to give you a sample math goal. Here's a sample math goal that I've taken from an IEP with a student, took the student's name out of it. If you recognize it, it's yours. This is the one we're going to use. By February 2021, the student will be able to find a percent of a quantity as a rate per 100, e.g. 30% of a quantity means 30 over 100 times the quantity. Solve problems involving finding the whole given a part in percent, and use ratio reasoning to convert measurement units, manipulate and transform units appropriately when multiplying or dividing quantities in real world situations or world problems in 4 out of 5 weekly opportunities with 90% accuracy. This will be measured by work samples and teacher observations. Now, the great thing here, the word that we're looking at that puts us into the project environment is real world situations. And the operation that we're looking at is ratio and percent. So real world situations, ratio and percent, engaging products for our students. Let's take a look. These are 4 areas where ratio percent show up in the real world. Grocery shopping is a place where ratio and percent come into play. Buying a home or renting an apartment, ratio and percent. Down at the bottom there, you see a car dealership. Buying a car, ratio and percent. And over here, we have Clayton Kershaw pitching, calculating ERA, win-loss percentages. All of those things are ratio and percent. We can talk about those and use those in a project with our students. So, sample projects. You can do a digital project, you can do an analog project. For example, mixed media art project, a Google Docs slides with images or audio recordings. You can use your grade level textbooks, you can use novels, magazines, and newspapers. Let's say for an instance, for example, a student could go and create a Google Doc and track a running back or a player for the Los Angeles Rams or the Chargers. Download images of the team and look at the statistics and do ratio and percent that way. And track it over a period of 6 or 7 games. And then if they put these projects together using ratio and percent, then you have your 4 out of 5 opportunities. You have a way to measure it, but you also have a portfolio project that you can show at an IEP that has the student doing much more than just a simple worksheet. The student is doing research. The student is cutting out pictures, pasting pictures, organizing information. And it just doesn't have to be in a Google document. Let's say the student doesn't have access to internet. Well, at home, they have books, they have food. They can go on the back of recipe boxes, cut out the recipes, measure the ingredients, do ratio and percent that way, put them all onto a poster board, use their markers, colored pencils, crayons to create a poster that demonstrates ratio and percent. And there you have a project, a portfolio-based project that you can share at home. Or they could do an audio recording. They could look at car ads, either on TV, or if you go to the grocery store, they always have these magazines in the front that nobody pays attention to but are free, that have cars in them, people selling cars. You can take out one of those magazines from the store, you can cut out the pictures, you can put them on the poster board, you can write out problems, and there you have it. Working towards an IEP goal using projects. And then you can be able to bring that project to an IEP and show that the student has progressed. So projects help students feel successful. They can say, I built this. They can show it to other people, and it shows mastery of a concept. So the main thing you want to do is you want to show at an IEP that a student has mastered a concept. But you've done something a little bit more magical when the student can be invested in their work and they can show it to other people. Here is what I built. Here is what I've accomplished. And then they have done it. Here we have pictures of SoFi Stadium that the Rams and the Chargers play, and that was just recently built. This is math. Looking at this picture alone, you can just do an investigation with your students and try to find how much math is involved in this. Just looking at the football field alone, you see 100 yards. That's math. You see the circle on the way that the stadium is put together, the oval shaped. Outside, you see the columns and how it is put together. All of these things are math, and it's helping students find math in the everyday and the real world, and that allows them to be able to be engaged and to be able to increase their learning because they're doing it in a project-based way. And it allows you as a teacher to show IEP goal progress. Now here's our action steps. Pick a student, select an IEP goal, and design a project. Each day you get to do magic. I'm going to send everybody a blog post that talks about work versus doing magic. And you get to do magic. We can just grind it out every day during this pandemic, or we can choose to take advantage of this opportunity that we have to be able to do magic. That means we get a chance to be creative. We get the chance to look at possibility. And I like this possibility. Notice in this chart, they're showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different directions that you can go in and able to reach a specific goal. Do this one time. Go onto Google Maps and type in an address and notice how many routes come up. So there's multiple ways to get to one direction. And the great thing about it is you get to choose. So you can choose to be excited and happy and embrace this opportunity that you have right now to work in an environment that allows you to be creative. It allows you to try new things. That's your choice. It is a choice that is available to us. Joy in this time is available to us. That leads us to the next part, insight and inspiration. Use this time to get new insights and to get inspiration. Think about how to inspire our students. We don't have to give up simply because our students are in challenging situations that take a lot of thought to try to figure out. I mean, I sit here all the time and I think about, oh, these are such terrible situations our students in, but how can I inspire them? How can I help them grow? That is what I'm trying to do each and every day, trying to help them to be inspired. So look for those things. Look for those things every single day when you are working with your students. So get out there and go for it. Successful IEP goal progress will aid our students by helping them see that they are learners. So this has been a great time with all of you. I'm going to close this screen share down, and then I'm going to say goodbye to all of you. This has been Curriculum Corner number 6. And next week, we will have Curriculum Corner number 7. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.